Hey guys, I'm Sean.
And I'm Jim. Okay. This particular one, we're going to do like 3, maybe 4 if Sean can stay awake, different reactions. But this first one is something I doubt that very few of you, I doubt that many of you ever have even heard of. PDQ Bach. He's a comedy orchestra, let's put it that way. And this one is timely because it's football season just started. And this is what happens when a symphony orchestra collides with football.
Football, you say?
Yes.
I'm a big football fan, so I'm excited. Go Browns.
Go boys.
And
I guess the Raiders. Yeah, Sin City Raiders. Come on, I got to support the home team.
I mean, on both of those teams. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what this is.
And they're off with a 4-note theme. I don't know whether it's slow or fast because it keeps stopping, folks. Doesn't seem to be able to get off the ground. But it does look like we're coming up to a cadence here. No, the violins didn't cut off. They weren't watching. I'm surprised they weren't called for holding. There's that 4-note theme again and another stop. Just cannot seem to get this off the ground. Tell me, Giff, do you think you would call that 4-note idea a theme or a motif?
Well, Pete, the technical term would be a motif that he uses to build a theme.
Thanks for setting me straight on that, Giff. Okay, we're heading into the second theme section here.
I should point out.
Looking for a little modulation out on the field.
Sean?
Yeah.
I should point out, both Sean and I do have musical backgrounds. So this might have a bit more meaning to us than others.
I played that.
Well, did you hear that, Giff? Somebody in that horn section really flubbed that note. That has got to be one of the worst fumbles I've ever witnessed in all my days. I think that was Bobby Corno, wasn't it, Giff?
Yes, it was, Pete.
Well, we're going to be having an instant replay on that.
Okay. I have a problem with the fact that it's a red flag instead of a yellow flag.
Yeah, I caught that too, but okay.
That one bothers me, actually. That's why I had the head cocked like red flag.
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
Watch this instant replay. Instant replay in real time.
Okay, that is no doubt. To me, there's no doubt about that. The referee has ruled in favor of the conductor. He has slapped a 30-bar penalty on the defending horn player, who is now on his way over to the penalty box.
That is Bobby Corno in the
Penalty
first
box.
chair.
Okay, so we got some hockey thrown in.
That's the third major flop he's made this season, giving him a solo average for the season of approximately .247233, Pete, which is pretty darn low for a first chair person.
You think there's some chance he may be traded to another orchestra?
Well, Pete, it's hard to say. Corno was very good in the long solos, things like the Rachmaninoff piano concerto. So I think if he pulls himself together a bit, they'll keep him around. Although I suppose that...
Okay, we're off again now, Giff. The orchestra is playing without its first horn, which means we can be looking for a power play from the conductor pretty soon. But that's a pretty stiff penalty, isn't it, Giff? 30 bars?
Yes, it is, Pete. Although these bars go by pretty fast, it isn't really that much in terms of time. I think the longest that anyone has ever stayed in the penalty box was when George Zell played the Philadelphia Orchestra in 1955, and the entire French horn section spent the whole last moment in the penalty box. Of course, in spite of that, the Phillies came out on top.
That's right. I tell you what, Giff, I think we're getting into development section here. Let's see what happens after the double bar. Well, the horns are starting things off, and they seem to be in pretty good shape now. And I get the feeling we're going to be hearing a lot of that 4-note motif, don't you, Giff?
Yes, I do, Pete.
So do I, Giff. Well, they're probably stuck with that now for quite a while. So I think what we ought to do is take a little break for station identification.
This is WTWP, wall-to-wall Taco Bell, Hooper.
Okay, we're back now, folks. And there's something going on out there. It's really building up tension. The refs is coming into Tiffany, and I think we're building up to a feud. No, it is not a feud, folks. The violins tried to make it one, but the basses just are not following up. No, instead of a feud, they seem to be taking that theme and breaking it up into little pieces. There's 2 notes left of that theme.
Got to hear the crowd shot.
Softer and softer down there. I think they're running out of steam, if you want to know the truth. Getting just a little bit lethargic. Only 1 note left of that theme now being tossed around from player to player. Wait a minute. Here come the brasses trying to pep things up. A welcome relief, but I'm afraid to no avail. Things are still pretty soft. Wait, here they come again now. They sound very determined. And I do believe we've reached the recap, don't you, Jeff?
Well, there's no doubt about it, Pete. Your average Beethoven symphony usually has a recap after the second quarter, and this one is falling right in line.
Well, let's see if those violins can cut off with the rest of the orchestra here.
They can't make you up their mind if it's football or hockey.
Wait, this time it's the oboe holding the note. Well, she's playing a cadenza. She must be out of her mind. She thinks it's an oboe concerto. The conductor is protesting there. I've never heard anything like that. Have you, Giff?
I certainly haven't. I think it was a disgraceful display of lack of teammanship. And I wouldn't be that surprised if I was there.
I was attacking Jacoby.
Can you believe it?
The referee has had to separate them. I'm telling you, you don't want to mess with her. I think we're going to have a ruling now on that. How about that? He has ruled in favor of the orchestra. I guess that cadenza must have been written in the part after all. And there's a delay of game penalty, a 34-bar penalty against Jacoby, who is now over in the penalty box himself. And he'll be lucky to get back in time for the second theme. Well, I guess Highwood knew what she was doing, Giff.
She usually does, Pete. And this time she not only scored a personal solo, but she also made it possible for the orchestra to recover from Bobby Cordo's fumble there in the exposition.
That was a bad one, too.
That was
I think we're ready to resume play now. The referee has given the captain of the orchestra the sign. Okay, they're off. They're off again. They're doing pretty well. I think they're really making up for lost time. Anyway, we're into the home stretch here, folks. We've got the second theme coming up, and we should
Who needs the conductor?
C minor right up to the last double bar. Jacoby is back on the mound.
On the mound.
Mm-hmm.
So baseball references too.
Hey, this is really something, Giff. This piece is billed as being in C minor, and yet it looks like it's going to end in C major.
It's really something, Pete.
It is something, Giff. And I think it's going to be. Wait a minute. I think we have an injury in the bass section. The referee has blown the whistle, and the referee's blown the whistle is what he's done.
Well, it looks like it's a groin injury, Pete.
A groin injury playing a bass.
That's what
from the
happens
guy
when the
next
bass
to him.
get too close to
He's on his way out.
Management is always trying to save space, especially in the bass section, which usually contains some of the biggest players in the club. And sometimes they just squeeze them just a little bit too close to
That's what happens, right?
And this is the result. Now that's brought controversy.
Now, I tell you what, we've got a substitution in here.
He looked like he was in pretty bad shape.
He looks like he's
Where
in a
did he
different
go?
league, if you ask me.
Looks like we've got the PDQ Bach
Referee's
channel
putting him into
in the
position
comments
there.
right now.
Okay, got it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
They just said, guess who's here?
So listen to that.
Smoke in the water doesn't cut it.
I think this is going to be a whole new ball game, Giff. Okay, they're getting ready to resume play now.
This is awesome.
And we're off. The orchestra only has
This is typical for PDQ Bach.
First downbeat.
I've loved them for
They're
years.
really beginning to roll here. They've added all the woodwinds. They've thrown in the brass and the timpani. And it's tootie all the way, folks. They've got a great drive going on out there. It looks like we're coming into the home stretch, eh, Giff?
Well, Pete, it's been a good match.
It's been a very good match indeed. Wait a minute. The brasses are taking the theme. They are not letting it stop. If this piece is definitely going to go into overtime, I can tell that. And let me tell you that nobody knows where this theme is. There's a lot of running around down there, but nobody knows what the theme is. Believe me, folks, it's very exciting. Okay, the crowd is going wild. They've got a new theme going on out there. I can't believe it, Giff. Do you know where this new theme comes from?
Well, Pete, it probably comes from, I don't know.
Thanks a lot, Giff.
That's the
Big help.
sportscaster.
Well, they're tossing it around now. The woodwinds have it, and then the strings. Nobody seems to be able to keep his or her hands on that theme. Believe me, folks, the people in the stands are just as confused as the players. Wait a minute now. The strings have got a hold of things. The strings have got a hold, and they're not going to let go.
I love the commentary.
Yeah.
And the numbers on the backs of the jackets.
Like another recap. It sounds like they're going right back to the beginning. If this is true, it's the first time in 40 years.
Typical Kellerman.
Wait a minute. Those do sound like final chords, though. We are watching the referee, and that is it. That is it. Okay, what a minute. Unbelievable. That was one shot of adrenaline. Okay.
I was hoping this was
so fun.
I thought it was something you hadn't heard of. No, PDQ Bach. I came across them years ago. I mean, God, I can't remember how long back. But
yeah, the name sounds familiar, but I didn't know their work. I'm actually really excited to see more.
Well, I've watched them more because the backstory, simplistic, is that PDQ Bach is a long lost cousin of Sebastian Bach. But all of the PDQ Bach work is novelty work like this.
I love it. This was fun. This was a lot of fun.
I was hoping you would like it. And like I say, it's okay. It has a zebra out there, so I said football, but it couldn't make up its mind if it was football or hockey. And then they had the baseball reference in there.
Yeah, I think that it boiled down to, you got sports commentary and referees kind of trying to keep a performance clean, which is of course a hilarious concept to me.
Yeah,
like,
and
that's
of course,
so funny.
And of course, the starting gun, and they're off. No, the only criticism was one that you pointed out, if any is possible.
The red flag.
The red flag.
Yeah, but that might be another sport that I'm not as familiar with, where they might use for instance, in soccer they use a red card.
I was going to say
they may have been kind of mashing that up, and I didn't realize that until I started hearing some other references of other sports more, because I came in with the with the football bias, because you said it was a football
right, and I had that bias
so
because of the zebra,
right? So. But yeah, no, as I watched it more and more, the red flag actually did stop being a thing that bothered me, because I realized they were including a lot of other sports instead of just the one, which is what you pointed out to me. So,
and in fact, I guess
I had a lot of fun.
I think they got a basketball reference in there vaguely.
I didn't catch that one, but
with the oboe, maybe with the oboe player, with the team reference and so on. I mean,
maybe. I mean. Right around that time is when I was interacting with I was interacting with their channel. They were actually commenting. They were watching up until a second ago.
Oh, cool.
So,
what did they say? Anything good?
Well, I'm sure you'll see it in a bit here. But anyways,
Okay.
Well,
we'll get the copyright strike, but hopefully they'll allow it as a reaction.
I hope so. And I'd love to do more of their stuff. So
I'll find some for us.
Hopefully they like us and don't want to strike us. Guys, check out PDQ Bach channel. And we'll go ahead and try to get the link down in the description.
And
to
please,
make sure that you can get over to them. And
please, if you had as much fun as we did, hit the like button. Better yet, hit that subscribe as well.
Yeah, and again, please check out PDQ Bach. I know I'm going to check out a lot of their stuff now. But I'll wait, and like I said, if they want to allow it, I'll react to more of it. But if not, I'll understand and I'll watch it on my own time. Thanks, guys, and thanks for making this content. We've never had the original poster of a piece watching as we reacted before. I won't lie and say it isn't a little awkward, but it's kind of fun.
Yes, indeed, I like it.
All right, guys, have a great one, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Hasta.